Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. And today we talk with Naomi Johnson. She's joining us from Portsmouth, England. Naomi Johnson, an expert LinkedIn profile writer, she's founder of The Profile Company and The Expert Economy. She is author of The Expert Economy, What to Put on Your LinkedIn Profile, and Grassroots to Green Shoots. Naomi, why do most people fail to make LinkedIn work for them?
Thanks, Tom. It's great to be here with you. So the biggest reason people fail on LinkedIn is because they haven't worked out they haven't put their profile together clearly. There are three strategies on LinkedIn. There's the proactive strategy, active strategy, and your passive strategy. Your passive strategy is your LinkedIn profile. Once you've written it, you set it, and you're pretty much not going to change it very much. You'll review it time to time, but it's sitting there passively working for you. A proactive strategy is when you are searching very specifically for a type of person. You're getting those search results and you're sending them emails, or messages, just to connect with them and start that pitch. Never the cold pitch email, of course. But you're proactively going after your target market. Your active strategy is when you're commenting on other people's content and when you're posting your own content. So you've got your proactive and your active, and all of these activities lead people to your profile. Who is this person that has messaged me? Who is this person who said something very clever and very interesting? I'm curious about them now. So when they come to your LinkedIn profile, what are they going to see? Are they going to see somebody who's taken time and care over their profile, or somebody that hasn't? Like if you're on the money, you've taken care of it. But the key thing to recognize is that people are busy on LinkedIn. They are looking at your profile from the stance of, is this relevant to me today, or is this a distraction?
Right.
And if they think it's irrelevant and a distraction, they're going to click away really quickly. So what we have to do is we have to instantly set the context of the conversation your profile is about to have. And a big portion of your audience won't be your ideal prospects. They won't have the problem that you're helping people solve, but we want to land with them. Tom Reaoch, the King of Networking, Naomi Johnson, expert LinkedIn profile writer. Right. So you want to associate your name with that outcome and have the person go, oh, wow, yeah, that's what they're an expert in. Right. And ideally read something that has them go, oh, yeah, I get how that problem shows up in the world for people. So that when they meet somebody physically networking or just face to face, however they meet somebody and they hear those words of that problem spoken, they go, oh, you need to speak to. Right. And so we need enough of a conversation, enough of an engagement on the LinkedIn profile to spark all of that up. So it all starts so that it's paying you dividends in every aspect of networking and business development. And then the other thing is, for those ideal clients, they need to feel like they found their person. Like, oh my gosh, you get me? This is the problem that you solve. And, when you have a burst tap, go Google a plumber, right? Right. You know that you have a problem and you know what the solution is. Right. What most people do not understand is that a lot of people with problems don't know they have a problem. Right. They just think that's the way life is, right?
I think somebody else has the problem.
They just think, this is how life is. This is what goes on. Businesses are difficult to run. Staff leave all the time. You just have to counteract the fact that people leave companies. But actually, other people don't have that problem. And when they come to an awareness that what they think is normal and the status quo is actually a problem, and there is actually a solution, they will step closer to wanting your solution.
Yeah, what I see, and I can consider myself an active user of LinkedIn. I understand what you're saying about the active and the passive. But I've also learned from what you said is true, we just can't be passive. Passive, you need it, but you need to be active. So the more you stir the pot, the more you keep it from burning. So, another thing, people may not think they have a problem, or they may be looking for a problem. And that comes from being findable through searches, because they're searching for something. And what I've seen and what does happen, that when people are looking for something, LinkedIn profiles of persons are generally highlighted as part of a possible solution.
Absolutely. If I Google your name, your LinkedIn profile is going to be part of the marketing mix that I find. So whether you're actively using LinkedIn or not, that is becoming part of your brand. I'd love to go back to your point there about passive, because one of the strategies we're seeing a lot right now, since the ability to build up followers has come in, is that people have started to do that as a main activity. I'm going to build up my followers. And a lot of the teaching out there from the LinkedIn gurus is how to build up your following. And I've seen people with like 68,000, 12,000, but you speak to them and you find out they're not actually winning any business. And then I look at their LinkedIn profile and I can see exactly why they're not winning any business. The focus is on the wrong thing, because it should be, I'm here to win paid business because I'm an expert at what I do and I want to deliver transformational results for my clients.
Right.
How do I get the paid business? If all you're doing is focusing on followers, that's pretty much not going to convert into paid business unless your profile's working for you, so people can sell themselves on working with you. But also people have said to me as well, I've got 24,000 followers, but when I post content, I barely get any engagement with it. And I said, yeah, let me just give you a flyaway comment there. Just make sure every week that you are commenting on at least 20 things per week on LinkedIn, because you've got to feed the system and let LinkedIn know that you're active to activate the 68,000.
And the system knows that you're working.
Yes,
the system knows you're alive and breathing and well.
Yeah. So just having a massive number of followers does not mean to say your content's going to get massive engagement. So therefore, build up your followers gradually, but let's focus on paid business and let's feed into the system so that your content does get good engagement and can lead to people visiting your profile and therefore wanting to buy from you.
Very good. Well, Naomi, I want to thank you for being here and sharing your insight. How can our listeners find you?
Yes, thank you for asking. So they can go to my website, www.theprofile.company. So that's the full word, theprofile.company. When you go there, you'll see three options, and people are very welcome to take one of the three. You can download a free LinkedIn profile template from me and fill in your LinkedIn profile yourself. And my website has lots of guides on how to complete each section. If you would like me to review your LinkedIn profile, I'm very happy to do that. You can book in for a LinkedIn profile review. That's the second option. But also I would invite people to take it deeper, that actually it's the way your business is structured and the key elements and assets your business needs to have in order for the profile to really be working for you and your business to be, to generate all the business. And that is to take the diagnostic I've got on there. It's 18 questions. It takes 2 minutes and you'll get a result straight away telling you how well you're performing in 3 different categories. And then I can talk you through the results of that as well, to make sure that you're doing everything possible on LinkedIn to win new business.
Very good. Chock full of solutions there. Thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
And for our listeners, it's Naomi Johnson, Naomi, the last name Johnsson. And you'll find her on theprofile.company, theprofile.company. You also find her, Naomi Johnson UK, on LinkedIn. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at focusmi.com. Thanks for listening until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.